Hello everybody and welcome back to yet again another episode of Liminal Space Image Analysis. Yeah, that was pretty good. I don't think I need to do another one. I just want to start with this image right here. We're just going to jump straight into it. This was submitted by Colt, and it looks like either they took this or they actually made it themselves, but to them it's called North Point Mall, and it's like a little panorama image of a mall in Roblox, and it is actually Roblox. And I just chose it because I think it's pretty cool to see a panorama and b a 3D model of a liminal space, or at least this empty mall. I just thought it was a pretty interesting photo, and I thought it was something different we could start on. But without further ado, we can go ahead and hop into the more normal stuff. Well, if you consider these images to be normal. So we've got this little stream submitted by WTF, who is Kirko, and I really love the setting of these images. So we can open with this first one here. It has the sense of repetition with the doors. Also, I'm gonna go ahead and assume this is like some type of, I don't know. This looks like a prison. The other ones look like a factory. You'll see as we go along. But like, why is it like this? Why is it just a bunch of numbered doors? But yeah, I love the visual repetition here. Really visually interesting. And just a good photo. We can continue down. We have this one right here, and this one almost looks fake, just due to the quality. This area in particular, where I feel it could be fabricated, and obviously it's not. But wow, what a treat this must have been to be in this location and take these photos. I love the orange lighting at the top. It really draws your attention in. And it's a nice contrast to the darker tones we have in the rest of the image. And then this third one, we have this open room with some turbines, and it seems to be a bit more bright. You have a little bit of light coming in at the top here. Wonder what that might be from. I guess that light source is bright enough that it just illuminates the entire room. But yeah, these mechanical machines are pretty fascinating to look at. I love looking at things like this, and I'm almost intrigued because there seems to be a bit of like a museum podium thing right here where you might read some information. So maybe they were on some type of tour or something, some tour of like an empty factory of some kind. Here's another one. So it looks like they actually took these images in the daytime. You can actually see a window to the outside here, and then here's a light. I'm gonna suspect that this is probably the same light. Not actually the same light, but the same light bulb, same light fixture. Yeah, pretty awesome. These are really cool. I don't know what these are called scientifically, but look at the little orange, like Victorian era lamps or lanterns over here. They make these look so ominous with the orange lighting, and it just looks very dramatic. And then lastly, we have this one here. I like the natural light that comes in. It's not too distracting, but it is rather bright. And then again, you have these machines here, which just look very imposing. I mean, these things look like if you got your hand stuck in there, it would just be game over. So pretty interesting. And then I wonder what this is up here. It looks like some banner or something that has letters on it, because I can make out it says like JOLO. That looks like an MDO. And over here too. Very interesting, especially with the tiles. I am not sure if this is a prison or some type of factory, but I would love to hear the feedback from you all, as well as if who is Kirko is to watch this video. Would love more context on these images because they were just so fascinating. I had to start with them. So thank you, Kirko. So just to break it up really quickly here, we have some by AJ Plays 515. And so these three photos, I'm going to go ahead and assume that they just took them off the internet because they're not in a matching resolution and they're all very different. So I just assumed that they were just trying to find a stylized or a themed set of images, which is cool. So we're going to go and take a look at them, and they seem to be bowling alleys. This photo feels very cramped, I would say, just because you have like half of it being taken up by the ceiling, so it feels very low to the ground. This one I like a lot. This could almost be an album cover. I mean, you already got. I mean, I don't think it is actually 1:1 resolution, but it's close enough, right? And then you've got these pink lights, which I find fascinating because you honestly have more warm lighting, as you can see in the top right corner here, this is more yellowish. And then lastly, we have this one here, which is rather small, and it looks to be pretty retro or vintage because I've never seen a bowling alley like this. Usually you have these wonky looking chairs here, but never plain sofas. Very interesting looking. I don't know, maybe it's either super retro or ahead of its time, but I've never seen anything like that. But thank you, AJ Plays 515. So does somebody who actually submits a lot to the stream competitions, so I was actually pretty surprised to see that they actually took some photos and submitted them into the Liminal Space Image channel. But they're pretty good. We've got this playground with nobody on it, and lighting is good, framing is good. Feels very, very empty and hollow. Same with this one right here. This one has a more clear focus with it just being more attuned to just this one section of the playground rather than trying to capture the entire space. So it's a different type of appeal. Kind of a similar thing here, except now the viewer is actually on the playground, so you feel kind of more integrated into the space and the environment. Okay, this one is a bit plain, but I think because you can only see the starting point and then the ending point, and it kind of connects in the photos, it does kind of feel a little uncomfortable, especially just because like the design of the slide just doesn't look very appealing. So it just kind of creates this photo that's just just kind of bland, just like this slide. It's bland. So someone was able to capture the blandness of this slide. Slide reviews with Shookey. And then something else here, not a playground, what looks to be some type of fancy trailer, but this in and of itself is just a beautiful photo. I love this orange light at the top here. I love how you can see this transmission tower in the background. You have a nice sky, and then of course you have this walkway which all leads into it. So just a great photo. And then you get a different angle here. This one feels a lot more liminal in my opinion. And actually, you can actually see the playground off in the distance. So look at that, they're all connected. And then you've got two transmission towers here. So great photography, son. I didn't know you did photography. I mean, anyone can do photography, but these are like good job. Keep it up. Okay, I just want to talk about this really quickly because I just found this on accident, and I have to share it with you all, right? So I was looking through the chat here because somebody had asked Colt about this image. They said, that animated? And they replied by saying, nope, that's a still from an old game. And now I'm like, ah, crap, here we go again. Maybe it's not Roblox. So I decided to check for myself and see if I could find this game. So I just searched North Point Mall on Roblox, and nothing came up except for this one video that says Vintage Montgomery Hydraulic Elevator at North Point Mall, Roblox. And it's just this little video here, pretty standard, nothing crazy. It's just this guy in an elevator going up and down in a Roblox game. Okay, and then I check the game, here we are. So, but it's, okay, bad request, whatever. Forget about that for a second, right? Guy in a game on a Roblox elevator. I decide to go to his channel. This is a YouTube channel where all he does is go in elevators. But not only real-life elevators, but elevators in Roblox games. So, yeah, go subscribe to Elevator Boy 886. So lastly, we have some images submitted by Otis, and these are pretty good. We got this one here that's monochrome, except for the color variation over here with the little light source, and then you can actually see what I believe is a road sign. I just love snow photos, you all know that. They have a weak spot for me. Here we have a dead mall that feels particularly dead because there's no signage or stores or any visible thing that you'd be able to recognize or identify. It just feels blank and empty. And that is also seen in the next photo, where again it's just a large empty open space. This looks to be some type of warehouse or just an industrial building. Wonder how they got that. But, you know, that's the intrigue and the funness. Is that a word? Anyway, here's another one. Large open space. I like how there's an exit sign. Oh, there's multiple, I suppose. Got some holes in the ceiling as well. That's some pipe problems, I'm gonna assume. But yeah. Another one here. Wow, look at that. That's interesting. So Otis apparently managed to make their way to the second floor. You can actually see they're doing some type of construction or maintenance over here. And down here, that looks to be like a part of the mall. So very, very interesting. Maybe these photos are actually all connected somehow. And then another one here, what I'm gonna assume is the same mall, but this just looks really sad and dilapidated. I really like the orange cones. They really stand out and add some color variety to just the grays and the whites. So pretty nice. And then we lastly finish with this image, which just feels very noisy and busy. There's a lot going on, a lot of stuff, a lot of just feels chaotic and messy. I mean, you've got a painting here, a shoe rack over here, and who knows what else along the walkway here. But yeah, I can see why you really chose these images, Otis. They really work well together. That is so freaky. Is that supposed to be like Thomas the Tank Engine? Yeah, okay.